Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. So in the last part, we fought and captured the Pokemon of Relic Castle, being Volcarona. And as you can see, we are still currently in the Challenger's Cave. But however, we're not going to be spending too much longer in this place, considering the second floor of this place is about the lowest place that you could possibly go within this cave. So let's just say this cave is not too big. It's just a matter of you just fighting some really strong trainers. Like this guy that we're going to be fighting, who I consider to be the strongest one that you'll face up until this point in the game. Because he has six Pokemon, and all of them are fully evolved. So yeah, let's just say if your Pokemon are not at least around his level, then you're probably not gonna be doing so good up against this guy. Yeah. Yeah, and he actually starts off with a Gyarados. Oh wow, and I actually managed to get myself a freaking crit for that. Wow. But anyways, as you just saw from that, Gyarados. Now Gyarados utilizes on the same sprite that it had from a Platinum. So, but instead, Gyarados barely moves his body around that much. Yeah, Gyarados barely moves his body around that much, really. Yeah. Yeah, he constantly just moves his head and tail, but that's really it. Yeah, but anyways, now as for his Drenigan, and... Oh, what? Oh, come on, really? Oh, come off it, really? Why did that first Dragon Claw did more, but yet that second Dragon Claw didn't? Come on, man, what the hell is that shit about? Oh my god. Well, thankfully, since... yeah, thank god. Yeah, thank god my Zekrom was still faster than... Yeah, despite being now four levels below the Drenigan. Yeah, I thought that Zekrom would have been slower than the Drenigan. But hey, what are you gonna do? But anyways, now considering that we are taking on a veteran, which means also all of his Pokemon have moves that you don't really get to see too often from them. Like for example, for his Gyarados, he actually has moves like Stone Edge, Blizzard, and Fire Blast. Yeah, freaking Fire Blast. Now I guess you would expect at least one fire move, but freaking Stone Edge from a Gyarados? Oh my god! What an insane turn that was! Now, I wasn't able to get the KO on the Gigalith, considering Gigalith's ability is of course being sturdy. But then Gigalith gets a crit right back. Then the Gigalith manages just to get a crit right back. Like, wow. Jeez, Gigalith, you're something else. But anyways, then as for his Drenigan, now we only saw him use Outrage. Now, even though I was using my Crocodile, I don't know why that Drenigan did not use Surf. Yeah, apparently that Drenigan knows Surf. Yeah. So honestly, I don't get why he didn't even bother to use it on my Crocodile. Yeah. And then as for his Gigalith, yeah, it's about as you would expect from many other Gigaliths, really. Yeah, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and even Flash Cannon. And it even gets to move Return, so I guess that's something. But then as for his Snorlax here, who also utilizes a brand new sprite for himself. Now, actually has, now, if you're planning on utilizing any water or line type Pokemon up against that Snorlax, just be very careful because apparently that Snorlax actually has Wild Charge. So yeah, that's something you don't expect too much out of. That's a move you don't really see too much out of Snorlax. Oh wow! All right, you just go for the poison move immediately, huh, Excadrill? Yeah, apparently this Excadrill here, not only has Toxic, but it also has Sludge Bomb. So like, wow, this Excadrill Excadrill really wants you poisoned. Yeah. Yeah, that is surely something, huh? But anyways, as for size Pokemon, but first off, you're gonna deal with the poison. It's a Crobat. Now Crobat also has a brand new sprite. See? Hey, but instead, Crobat essentially does the same animation, you know, as it just goes back and forth, just constantly, just flapping its wings constantly. And then, although this Crobat, yeah, it is essentially particular moves that you probably would expect from a Crobat. Yeah, a Poison Fang, you know, sometimes Air Slash, and maybe even a U-turn, so yeah, but anyways, there we go. Yep, it surely did take some time, but that guy is out. But anyways, okay, so my team, yeah, they definitely took a lot of punishment from that guy, so now my Simisage and my Sigilyphs, you know, and my Simisage still need to level up past 57. Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about. If I actually kept my Substrika instead of actually replacing it with Zekrom. Because, considering that 2 of my Pokemon are frail, which means, yeah, they're probably, yeah, considering that at the levels they are, yeah, and if they were facing off against, you know, really more tougher Pokemon, yeah, they probably would not be surviving for that much stronger moves. Yeah. But anyways. Now pretty sure there's at least one more trainer that we can face off against before we can actually leave here. Oh yeah, there's an item right there, but we'll go after it at some point later on. But first, are you one? Okay, you are. Okay. Okay, so we get ourselves a max Ether from that rock. Then we go over here to get a Timer Ball, which I'm only really going to be using on one particular Pokemon. Yeah, and for those of you who have played, gone through Generation 5, may know which Pokemon I'm referring to. But anyways, now we got ourselves a lovely star piece there. Oh yeah, now if we go down here, we get a red candy, which is definitely gonna be very handy later. Oh, and we go over here, we get ourselves a lovely protein. Okay, now let's see which one of our Pokemon needs it more. Okay, my Emboar is definitely got a very good when it comes to attack power right now. Yeah, 177. Yeah, and to this point of the game, 177 is, I would say, is pretty standard. But anyway, Sigilyph, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with you. But anyway, Simisage, you're at 144. Now, while I do need the attack power, considering, you know, I have Acrobatics and C-Bomb. But Zekrom, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give it to you, since you're actually getting close to getting consider that you are getting pretty close to getting 200 attack power. Then Toad, you're at 126 attack power. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure with Krookodile, yeah, I'm pretty sure his attack power is gonna be more higher than Toad's. Yep, essentially at 156, which means I know now which Pokemon I want to give that protein to. Protein, Let's raise up that attack power. Oh! Wow, what do you know? It doesn't work on Sesquitoad anymore. But thankfully, it does work on my Simisage. So yeah, thank God that protein is not gonna be put to waste. But anyways, now let's get another max health. Alright, now pretty sure that last train we're gonna be fighting in here is somewhere nearby. Oh yes, right, if we go here, you actually get the TM for Stone Edge. So yeah, now we actually have a move that can definitely be really good up against yeah, for your rock types. Yeah, now like I said, I'm pretty sure this person we're gonna be fighting now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is the last turn that we can fight against in this cave. So yeah. But anyways, let's get to it. Now, veteran Julia. Oh, you also have a Wormadam. But this one is a trash cloak form. Alright. Yeah, get your anticipation up while I utilize my flamethrower on you. But yeah, you're Bug and Steel type. Yeah, which means you are out of there immediately. Oh hey, she has Cloyster. Yeah, but anyways, now Cloyster here. Now Cloyster also has a brand new sprite for himself too. Okay, now considering that we know that Cloyster has very weak defense. Oh wait, special defense, right? Why do I keep forgetting about its defense and special defense? Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, but honestly, I thought it was gonna be, yeah, I actually forgot about Cloyster's. Yeah, considering that he has more defense, but not so much when it comes to his special defense. Yeah, but I thought that he could at least handle at least one Ice-type move from Cloyster, but I guess not. But anyways, now she also has a Ninetales. Now just like with a Cloyster, Ninetales also gets a brand new sprite. Yep. Oh man, you're gonna be utilizing that Fire Blast on me, would you? Although, actually, I don't think Ninetales does any other animation aside from what you're seeing right now. Yeah, I don't think Ninetales does any other unique animations aside from what you're seeing right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only animation that you're gonna be seeing out of this Ninetales. But anyways, you are out of there. And now her last one is just Leavanny. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to use Central Lift now. Yeah, my Central Lift needs to level up like right now. So yeah, Central Lift, use your flying type move to instantly KO this Leavanny. Ocean. Unless you can survive this? Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, use that quad damage on this Leavanny. Thank you, and good night, Leavanny. Now, please get a level up. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now it is really just a matter of if I could get my Simisage up to that same level as well too. Yeah, that is if I can actually manage to actually get to that point. But anyways, Julia, you're done. And thank you so much for the money. Alright. Now let's just... Yeah, my Simisage, you could go there because, once I'm done here, then I'm going to be going back to my Pokemon Center on that. Okay, now for this body of water here. Yeah, let's just get this. Now let's just get this oval stone right there. Now, I'm thinking that was it. Yeah, I'm thinking that's every item, I believe. So now I'm just going to be using my skip rope now. So bye-bye, Challenger's Cave. And now where we're gonna be going now? Well, considering that it is a brand new day, which means it's time for another day of training at Nimbasa City. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see who's here this time. Oh, we have these guys now, which means I can now show off all their most strongest Pokemon now. Now, I'm pretty sure we've already faced off against that Ace Trainer up there. Yeah, now I'm pretty sure he's the guy who had the Galvantine, Mamoswine, and the Tropius. So now I am still gonna battle him. It's just, yeah, I'm just not gonna fully show it. But from this Banker here, she actually, but from this Banker, she actually has a Torkoal, and immediately I have to switch because, like I said, my 7th stage definitely needs the experience now. But anyways, now as you see here, now Torkoal here also utilizes a brand new sprite. Yeah. Now, you actually see more of a... Yeah, you actually constantly see him breathing out that smoke of his. Constantly within his sprite. But anyways, so that's Potato level 59. Good job. Alright, nice +4 for HP. And very decent +2 for everything else except for special defense. Although it is now past 100 now, which is good enough. And Hyper Voice, no thank you to that. Oh, she also has a Miltank, huh? Alright then, let's just see if my Semi-Sage can at least handle a friggin' Miltank. But anyways, now Miltank here actually uses the same sprite that it had it actually utilizes the same sprite from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yeah, instead, she just kind of wobbles around, but instead she just kind of just wobbles like when she's just sitting there on the ground. But anyways, one C-Bomb, you're done. What the? Miltank? First those 2 Captivates and you go for Heal Bell? Really? Okay, if you don't attack me again, I swear. Really? Really, Miltank? Really? Yeah, you freaking yeah, this is the most useless Miltank that you'll ever see. Yeah, that Miltank barely even attacked my Semi-Sage. Yeah, it didn't even get a single actual attack hit on me. Yeah, it just kept on using Captivate and freaking Heal Bell. Yeah, the Torkoal actually did more than the freaking Miltank. So, I don't know what is your deal with your Miltank. But I guess I'll take it considering it never got my Civilization more experience. And from the Maker we get a Moomoo Milk. So yeah, that's something. Okay, now let's find you. Now I'm pretty sure we haven't faced off against you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're somebody that we haven't faced off against yet. Okay, yeah, you're Skullkid. Oh hey, you have a Seadra. Now Seadra here essentially utilizes the same sprite that it had from Diamond and Pearl. But however, Seadra barely gets that much animations for himself, really. Yeah, that's the only animation that you really see from Seadra. Oh, and you also have a Pupitar, eh? Hello, Pupitar. Now, Pupitar, now Pupitar here also utilizes a brand new sprite. Now, Pupitar here also has a brand new sprite for himself. Yeah, where you actually see him moving his body, and he actually twitches his, and he also twitches his headpiece. Just a tad. Yeah. And then as for his last Pokemon, Dragonair. Now Dragonair here also has a Dragonair also has a brand new sprite. And that one Dragon Claw, oh, a correct Dragon Claw, by the way. Just instantly just KOs that goddamn Dragonair. So again, I don't think I really need to do much. Although aside from getting my Sespitoad healed up, considering I'm now going to be Yeah, since I'm not gonna be taking on that same guy with the... Yeah, considering if you saw previously of how I dealt with that friggin' Gargantuan Member Swine and Tropius last time, yeah, I may need all of the help I can get. Alright, let's fight you again, bitch. Oh my god, nice crit, Sigilyph. Very nice crit indeed. Okay, so... Yeah, I still have some trouble with this guy, but thankfully not as bad as what we went through with him the first time around. So, thankfully I didn't have to deal with too much trouble from him, so yeah, that's enough of that, huh? But anyways, there we go, everyone's fully healed up again. Now let's start fighting the actual players now. Now let's see what kind of Pokemon they actually have on them this time. Okay, this guy actually has a Taillow. Now Taillow here also has a Brainerd Spray. Yeah, now that's right now. Instead of just flying around like Taillow used to do. He essentially just sits there like the tiny little bird that he is. And oh hi, he also has freaking Sneasel. Now Sneasel here utilizes the same sprite from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It's just that sometimes he likes to stretch out his arm to actually make it look like that Sneasel really wants to attack you with that claw of his. Anyway, Sembor, good job of leveling up. And you have a Leopard again. Alright, Simisage. Yeah, like I said, you still need all the experience that you can possibly get. And out you go like a light. And Simisage, level 59. Thank God. Anyways, nice +3 for HP and special attack. Although I wish that attack and special, although I still wish that special attack and attack power were swapped around. Yeah, cause now I get the feeling, considering that, yeah, that special attack power is still getting more of the boost than its actual attack power. Yeah, I get the feeling I'm gonna need I feel like I'm gonna need an actual special attack move. I feel like I am gonna need an actual special attack move for Simisage at some point. Yeah, considering that, I feel like I may as well put that special attack of Simisage to good use at least for a while and whatnot. Okay, but anyways. Now, after I'm done with this guy, I feel like I'm gonna be, ending off this part. But then, starting with the next part is, I'm essentially gonna be continuing with, doing more of the training at the big stadium in Smokecourt. Yeah, like I said, yeah, my Pokemon, well, they have gotten more stronger now, but they definitely gonna need all the experience that they could possibly get so that they could get us ready for the ultimate challenge. Yeah, for the ultimate challenge that we're gonna be seeing later. Oh hey, this guy actually has a Kecleon. Now Kecleon also has a Brainerd Sprite, where Kecleon just constantly, like, I don't know how he's able to just stand on one foot. I don't know how he's able to just stay on one foot constantly. But occasionally, as you saw in there, yeah, now a Kecleon occasionally will like to just stick out its long ass tongue like a lizard. Yeah, likes to stick out the long tongue like the chameleon. Like the chameleon that he is. But again, I don't know how Kecleon is able to just stand on one foot like that constantly and not and not just trip over at that point. But anyways. Alright, that's done. That shall be all I am going to be doing for this part. And so, until the next part, I'll see you guys next time.